What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to install tire letters on your tires. I'm putting them on my stock wheels because I'm going to swap over those wheels onto these winter wheels, and I repainted them silver because I wasn't really feeling the dark color I had them painted before. But you know, this will look kind of basic, and ever since I was a kid I've always wanted tire letters, so I've had these for a while. I got them from Calm Tire Stickers, and they're kind of a different design than most of them you see because the whole thing is connected together on a black piece instead of it being a bunch of little individual letters, which is kind of different. But I mean, I think it'll be better in case like the glue ever starts to come off. I won't ever like lose a letter while driving. It'll just kind of stick together, and you can see once it's on there it just completely blends in and you can't tell at all. So we're gonna go ahead and install these today. So since I just painted these, you can see right there's a little bit of paint on my tires and stuff. So I'm going to take like some acetone or mineral spirits and kind of wipe down the tires to get all this paint off, and then it'll also make sure all the grease is off. And then later we'll use some rubbing alcohol to clean them, because in the kit it comes with sandpaper, because you need to sand your tire down. It comes with a glove, thankfully, and then it also comes with the tire glue, but it comes with some sandpaper. Doesn't say what grit it is, but this sandpaper you'll need to use to sand down the tire. First of all, if you have these raised letters where you're going to be putting the tire stickers, I'm going to put the tire stickers over the branding that's already there, because, you know, like I don't want it to say Continental twice. I mean, it'll say it here, but you know, these ones stick out a little bit more, so I'm going to sand down all of those letters, and I might even just use my orbital sander just because it'll be faster, and then I'll just tape off the wheel to make sure I don't scratch it, or just use this hand sandpaper, and you can see it'll just start roughing up the tire there, and then that'll give the glue a good surface to bond to. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all four of these tires, and then I'll show you a little bit more of the sanding process. You can see the tires coming off there. And we'll get them all sanded down and get ready to apply the glue. And also, since these have been sitting out, been sitting wrapped up in this package for so long, I'm going to set them out on the ground and let them lay flat, probably out in the sun over there, so that they can kind of start to warm up and flatten out. So whenever I'm ready to install them, they'll be all flat and ready to go. So I got the tires all cleaned off with this mineral spirits here. Make sure when you're using this, it also says you can use brake cleaner or acetone, but this is what I have, so I'm using that. Make sure to wear gloves when using this stuff, and a mask. You don't want to breathe those fumes in. I'm just going to take this little microfiber towel. I did it with a paper towel originally, and it just kind of starts tearing up. But I'm going to go ahead and sand down the areas like this, because I'm going to be putting the tire stickers over here. And I'm going to see how easy it is to just sand these letters off. And if it's fairly easy, I'll sand them off. If not, I'm just going to put the tire letters on over them. But other than that, after that, I'll just clean them again with the mineral spirits, and they should be ready to apply. It also says to clean the back of the stickers with some mineral spirits, so I'll also do that when I get those in here. They're out in the sun right now, flattening out. So I'm going to go ahead and sand the tires down, and then we'll clean them again, and it should be ready to glue them on. So I did not want to sit there and sand those tires by hand, so I would highly recommend using a Dremel. That made very quick work of it, And I kind of thought it would destroy the tire, but it ended up looking like really smooth. Like I'd almost just do this to my tires anyways to like make them all smooth looking. And then once you put some shine on them, I would think it'd look pretty good. But after that, I've cleaned the tires thoroughly with mineral spirits, and I've also cleaned the back of the tire letters with the mineral spirits. So now it is time to apply the glue. And these did get a little dirty in the whole process, but we can actually clean those with the acetone and mineral spirits afterwards, per the instructions. So when applying the glue to these, you want to make sure that it's spread out evenly and close to the edges, but you don't want it to be too thick to where when you press it down that the glue like squeezes out of the edge. So it's kind of just, you got to kind of find the sweet spot for it. I can't really figure out how to get the cap off of this glue. There we go. So I think I should just be able to squeeze it on, maybe, unless I have to cut it. But it looks like it's open, so if this glue is dried up, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm gonna try poking a hole in the glue and then see if I can get it to come out thin. Okay, so the glue just needed a little hole poked in it. So now I'm just going to apply it, and it looks like it's pretty runny glue. So I'm just gonna kind of slowly apply it everywhere and then go back through and spread it out. And it said that this glue should dry for an hour at minimum, and then for sure 24 hours. So I'm just going to follow that rule and just going to get this nice and spread out everywhere. And now just kind of smoothing it, get it closer to the edges. So this is kind of a tedious process, but I mean, it is what it is. You just got to make it work. I may have done a little bit too much glue on this one, to be honest with you, because I don't know if it's going to need this much. And I also don't want to run out, and I want to add extra in case they start peeling off eventually. But you can always reach back under there, put some on there. So that looks to be about good. So I'm just going to flip it over here, and I guess just kind of like lay it down. I don't really know. I want it to be like an even distance all the way around. So I'm kind of going to stretch it out. There we go. And then just kind of press down on it so that the glue spreads out. So I think that looks pretty good there. It is peeling up in a few areas. So just gonna have to hold those down. But I like that these have the black backing on them because it covers up the marks where I've sanded. And it also just kind of holds them together better. Putting the glue on is much easier too. So yeah, I think that worked out pretty good. There's not really any area where it's peeling up. I don't really see any glue squeezing out either, so looked like that was the right amount of glue. So I'm just gonna go around and do the same thing to all the other sides, and then I'll show you what it looks like when they're done. So I went to go edit this tire letter video and realized that the footage stopped where you last saw it, and I'm pretty sure I recorded all of this, so either it got corrupted or I lost it or something. But anyways, now I have to record a new outro and finish out the video, but this actually kind of works out better because I've had the tire letters on for about a month, so I can give you a better review on them. I really like how they look. They definitely make the car with the stock wheels and tires look a little bit cooler, and it was pretty much exactly what I was going for. I actually have not washed the car since I put them on either. So you can see here on the rear where there's not much brake dust, they're still pretty much completely clean. They got a little bit of dirt spots on them, but they're staying on good on the back. See right there, it's kind of peeling just a little bit. I did have to put some extra glue on here. I just keep it in my car in case I ever notice it. I can just put some glue on it. But the one of the letters was coming off, and over on this side you can see the front does get a little dirty, but they clean off pretty good. Like, I can just wipe it with my finger and you can see the brake dust comes off, and then you can clean them with some isopropyl alcohol or mineral spirits and it'll clean them right up. But you can see this one is missing, and I want to say at college somebody pulled it off because I have a picture of the full tire letter on there, and I didn't drive the car for a week, and when I came back to it, this whole part of it was gone. So I don't think it came off while driving, because I definitely didn't just forget that I drove my car and parked it in the exact same spot. So I think someone pulled it off, but the kit did come with extras, so that's not really a big deal. Actually, I'm just now noticing this here. You can see that L's kind of pulling up. So I probably need to go back through and glue them down a little bit better. Definitely take your time on that, so that they last and don't peel up. And I probably should have just sanded the whole tire, including these Continental letters there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I think they were like under 50 bucks, so I think it was more than worth the price. I really like how it looks. It looks really cool when it's rolling, and it's definitely a cool mod to make the stock wheels look a little bit cooler. But that's pretty much it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.